And we're back for part 2 here at the movies. Take 2, part 2, something like that. Take 5.
Thank God we got a break.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for.
Should we decorate this or next?
It's already decorated. It's already
Well,
lit.
got
You just got to
lights
plug
on
it
it.
in.
You
just got to plug it, and you got to.
No, you got to spread the look. It looks
the
like it's just.
Yeah, but the instructions said let it sit, and the limbs will fall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're not falling.
They're not falling. There you go. Look, she's bending it out. Nice, very nice. You know.
We're going to work on this.
Yeah, it's that tree needs a little bit of spreading
Tracy.
action here.
This is beyond the
there
Charlie Brown.
someplace you need to be right now?
Right here next to you, Richard.
What is this touchy-feely stuff here? I don't know.
We love each other. What is this?
You
Whose
get
wrapper?
over.
Is this your wrapper?
That's from my pretzels last night when I was working in here.
Took the wrapper, just threw it on the ground.
Don't do that. I have to clean this place, you know.
Yeah.
So we're back, and
he's the janitor also.
I'm everything.
Yeah.
Here we go. For any of you who can't see Bruce, let me.
No, please don't.
Let me show you.
Yeah.
Well, I have to look at the camera more because I was told I never look at the camera.
Yeah. Who told you that?
Aren't you used to that? With your tells you how tall you are from behind. Look at the camera. 6 feet. A little marker.
I haven't been in a lineup in at least 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I'm sure you have. All right. Well, we are giving it another try.
What do you think of Adele's new record? Anybody here?
I really don't know Adele.
Adele who?
Yeah, see?
All the Adeles
I think it's
I know
another
have.
whiny song. It's another whiny record. Like you got a baby, you got a boyfriend, you're happy now. Sing about something happy.
She's that kind of chubby singer, isn't she?
See, now this is what men recognize. This is the difference between men and
Every Adele I know has a last name.
Yeah. Women see she has a beautiful face. And my sister and I were talking about this the other day. And we
She's
said,
a singer?
Her face is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's English.
But we said, unfortunately, it doesn't matter because men are going to see that she's on the chunky side. And exactly what this guy
Well,
right here said.
contrary to what you say, being a musician, as I, well, depends on how broad you define that. But I really don't care what she looks like. If she has a great voice, that's irrelevant. If she's modeling swimsuits, I really don't care what her voice is like.
But again, as entertainers, they all kind of come together. You're still going to listen to her record, but when you see her, you're going to say, "Oh,
what
are you
about
gonna
that?
Look at her beautiful face?"
What
Richard's
about
already
that
answered the
lady
question.
from Scotland who was like the poster child for that?
Yeah, what was
I
her
mean,
name?
she looked like
I used to play
any
her
other
music.
person off the street, and she had
Susan.
Yeah, whatever.
Boyle. Susan Boyle.
Most phenomenal voice. So who cares? I'm not hiring her. I'm not buying her products to look at her. Because she has a talent. Not everybody can be beautiful. To me,
Did you go see her or will you listen to her?
Absolutely, I go see her because I'm going to hear the music.
I don't go to music things, so I wouldn't go to see.
Look, Joe Walsh is the ugliest man in rock and roll.
Man.
I'd still go see him.
Men can get away with that. Men can get away with it more than women.
Yeah, look at me. I've gotten away with it for years.
Yeah, but that's the
Then
pity
you're
factor.
a different breed.
Yes, you are.
That's why
you're from Dayton.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to not look at
Anybody from Dayton gets away with a lot. I don't know why, but I was just passing through Dayton a couple weeks ago.
Why?
This is what I was saying to myself. I said exactly why.
Yeah, I'm from Dayton, as far away from Dayton as I can be.
Well, because I was coming from Traverse City, Michigan.
Oh, that's right. You had that
I've
big
been
long
to
haul.
Traverse. I've been to Traverse City before.
Which is absolutely cool.
I've been to
That
Traverse
is
City.
the nicest downtown I've seen in many, many a year.
Really?
It's beautiful. And it's busy as can be. Saturday night in Traverse City, every shop was packed. There was stuff going on at 8 o'clock. It was just amazing. Beautiful down. And I have to tell you, you could have replaced Main Street, Flemington with Traverse City, Michigan, the same architecture, the same look. So why can't we do it here? Seriously. What a cool place.
Because everybody's sitting around waiting for the Union Hotel to open up. I can answer that for you right away.
Well, we don't
Rather
think
than-
that's going to happen.
It's time to move on. It's time to move on. And
That may
build
happen.
Your city.
That may happen
Here
down
he is,
the
right
line.
here. We're not from Flemington. He is. There you have it, right there. There's evidence right here. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Right? They're living for this.
Yeah, they're going to keep waiting for Santa Claus in the
I went
Union
on the jail
Hotel.
tour. I thought it was great. I was paying my tax. I had to go down to the tax department for something. And the gentleman there's a little squirrel that lives downtown Flemington. He's cute. He sits on the perch on the building. Go by it here when you're around.
Are you
walking
being
around.
serious?
I'm dead serious.
Yes.
So there's this little
Yes.
squirrel that lives here.
Well, at
and I-
least there's something living in downtown Florence.
exactly. There is some
That proves
activity.
that.
Wait a second.
Because I'll tell you what, I'm not going to mention any names, but yeah.
What?
There's a lot
Yeah,
of,
well, don't mention any
A lot of
names
dead.
because you already got us
Well,
in
we're
trouble.
going to get this out of him in about 5 minutes, guaranteed.
No.
He'll be
No.
No,
When
don't
you
do that.
spouting like a
when you
schoolgirl.
do the
Do that.
bar, when you do the bar show, you'll get it out of me.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so listen.
Well, we both work in bars, and
Yeah.
neither one of us has that dirt, so it
So-
doesn't necessarily mean that.
I'm hearing
It's
things
gonna
too, but
happen.
who knows? You
Yeah,
know how much
we all
money
hear
it's going to
stuff.
take to bring that up to it. And listen, the demographic. All you have to do to open up any business is do a demographic study. Are there that many people that are going to come there to make it worth the money to put $6 million into that building or $3
No.
million? No. How long will it take you to make the money back?
No.
Where are people going to park to cover that? You can say in the back parking lot. but
Well,
they
what's
have
the
to have a
attraction? You
I
know,
don't know. But when I went on the jail tour, it was cool. They should open that up. People love sleeping overnight in jails. Open it up as a bed and breakfast.
no, we had I had made arrangements for a couple of the paranormal shows to come in here, and they could put the kibosh on it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's all I'm going to say. But
Yeah.
as usual, the first word out of anyone's mouth around here is no.
This is funny because we're doing a radio show where we're talking about everything, but you two keep saying that everything's mum. You're not saying anything.
Well,
and
we're
you're
not at the point where we want to let it out at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I could say some
But
things.
don't. But don't. Really don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to serve any great purpose if I
No, it isn't.
So you can be. You can say it.
Oh, I'll say anything. I have no problem saying anything, and then you know what? And then everybody can dispute it because everybody.
Well, that's we'll get to that point.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll have some other shows.
I have to tell you, that was the whole Matt McPherson, who I know is a wonderful cook. Worked
Yes.
for him over in Gallo.
Mhm.
He does a
Yes,
beautiful
that's right. You
job,
worked for him.
And
Oh, I-
Liam also owned that building.
You know, I know Matt.
Yeah.
I know Matt.
Well, they're all nice people.
Yeah.
So if anybody can make something work, that's great. Anything that brings business and gives local people jobs, that's wonderful.
The question is why nothing happened in that period of a year or two at all.
Money.
There you go.
'Cause
And
money
that's the
changes
reason why-
everything.
Was that did I just hear Adele?
Was that Adele?
I don't know. No, you certainly look too good to me.
No,
look,
Richard.
my
would look
picture
and
of
see,
Adele
Richard just
now.
looked to see if I'm gaining weight or not when I said that. Is she
And,
chunky or not?
I hate to
Jeez.
say it, but
That's why I'm drinking Diet Coke.
So I want to ask you guys, what do you think the future is for the actual traditional sit-down theater? I think their days are numbered. Truly, very
I think
numbered.
so too. I think you talking theater, live
Yep.
theater, or
No,
movies?
movies.
I think they're numbered.
Oh, I think they're.
I think
number
it's
two.
inevitable.
Look what it costs to go there. I mean, the Fork and Dine. My sister loves to go to Fork and Dine. They go often down in Bridgewater.
The one time we went there, we had reservations. We got there, and they sold our table to somebody else.
You told me that. I think I
Yeah.
remember you telling me.
I was like, well, you can wait for an hour, but then you won't see half the movie. Yeah, that sounds like a fun night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
exactly
okay,
what
sure.
I'd like to come in.
You get a lousy
halfway
meal
through
for
the
$30
film.
and come through half the movie. Forget
No,
it.
no, no.
I went to see Transylvania with my daughter and her friend. They wouldn't allow me to sit with them in the theater, so they sent me back. I thought it was
The theater wouldn't, or your daughter wouldn't?
in the theater. My daughter would. I don't know. I was cracking.
They
up
paid
laughing
off the
whole
guys
time.
in the theater.
Some of these kids' movies, they have so much adult innuendo that you can't help but laugh. You know, I know
Yeah.
you guys are past that stage, but
Innuendo,
not
isn't that an Italian
Transylvania
suppository?
No, I tell you what,
Transylvania.
we took our son to see the Peanuts movie a
When?
couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Did he like it?
Yeah, well, he's since a little kid, he liked Peanuts. I mean, he's now. I should explain. He's 27.
I was going to say, what are you talking about?
And
Really?
Is there something we
said-
don't know?
He
That's a
said, "I
weird
think I
family.
was the oldest
Yeah, no kidding.
kid with his parents in this theater."
I don't think that their Peanuts comic strip would be allowed in this day and age.
No.
There was no. He's just.
It's like the Little Rascals
Everybody
or the
bullies
Three
him.
Stooges. Yeah.
Everybody bullies. Nothing ever good happens for him. Even in the end of this, he's still like a loser kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
and
got
even
the
in,
guy
Why do you
still
think
walking
I'm the
around
way
with
I
his
am?
blanket.
even
Yeah.
in the movie, even in the movie,
The guy
he's-
walking around with the dirt around him, like
Yeah.
that wouldn't be allowed.
Pigpen?
Like, would they allow that?
Hey, I
Maybe.
knew a couple guys.
There'd be
I'm working with a guy tomorrow. That's what we call him, Pigpen.
There would be so many human rights activists out there. This discrimination against dirty people, against
know,
kids who still want their blanket.
But I think that's a problem.
Lucy
because-
would be a lesbian. You know, they'd be calling her a dyke. You know, think about it.
No, I really don't want to think about it.
No, but I'm saying it would not be allowed. I mean, she's so hard.
Well, that's part of the problem. Nothing is allowed. We have to be completely sterile, and nothing is, you know, Everybody gets offended in everything that's
You're
said.
not allowed to laugh anymore. That's why I think
Exactly. You
it's okay
can't
to say
crack
the
joke-
stuff that we're saying.
Exactly.
You can't get to say it.
Jeez, lighten up a little.
I have friends from all walks of life, and we all kind of bust each other's jobs, and it's okay.
But it's gotten to the
It's
point
honest.
now where saying something like that, you either get somebody's going to be offended. You just, if you're cracking a joke, then somebody's going to sue you, or you're going to lose your job. I mean, it's gotten so far out of hand.
Limit your conversation. You can't debate anything.
No,
You
if
say,
you're out in
"Look up."
public where you don't know the people, I don't say anything about anything because, I'd be locked up
Makes
yet
for
again.
interesting conversation. I don't
Yeah,
say nothing.
very
I
interesting.
don't say nothing about nothing.
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't say anything. I did
kidding.
use good English, proper English. Not
Here we go,
good
here we go.
English. That's a
But
great look.
it's
That's a great look,
I
Les.
did think like guys like Bill Cosby, who was one of the leaders to get rid of showing the Little Rascals because they had black kids in it, and they didn't show them in a good light.
However,
Cosby.
if they were
He's a
drugging
very
and raping
honorable
girls,
guy
he
there.
would have left them.
Bill Cosby.
Well, I got to tell you something. The stuff that he talked about, I think if no matter what the guy's reprehensible acts were, and there's no excusing that,
yeah.
it doesn't diminish the viability of a lot of his humor was great and to the point, and a lot of the things he said prior to all this junk coming out, he said, "Hey, stand up. Be a man, be a father, be a husband."
Oh, yeah, but
that it doesn't excuse any of. I don't think
But
it doesn't mean you
loses
respect the guy, but the
credibility
point
because now he's a hypocrite.
but
he's
I just,
beyond
I,
a hypocrite.
Oh, yeah.
I just could not understand getting rid of the Little Rascals.
Oh, me either.
Yeah.
What's like getting the Three Stooges are going to create violence? You think come on? You're going to take a handsaw on somebody's forehead?
Yeah.
Why you remind me of more to you later? Slightly.
That's true.
Really? I mean, come on.
Poking the
Listen, here's the problem. Maybe
I was never a Three Stooges fan. I love
You
Abbott
did?
and Costello, but not the Three Stooges. But I know what you're
Laurel and Hardy,
Okay,
Lou Abbott,
great.
Totowa, New Jersey. Did you know that?
I knew that, yeah,
There's more dead people than living in Totowa. Did you know that?
probably.
It's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Is it?
Yeah. Ripley's Believe It or Not did a thing on it too.
Oh, yeah, you go up to those. I went to a funeral a few years back up
In
in that
Totowa?
area. And there's just cemeteries
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's Totowa has nothing but cemeteries.
I
in
don't
it.
get the whole cemetery thing.
I don't either.
You're gone, you're gone.
We
Go
were
back to
talking
the
about
earth.
that. Here, do you know how many millions of acres have been wasted to put now? Sorry, I don't want to be creepy
And
here.
nothing's
but
biodegradable. Like that's
how? Yeah. First of all, we stick you full of chemicals, so now you're a toxic waste dump.
Yeah.
Then people don't understand this. A lot of adults don't realize this. Then we stick you in a concrete box in the ground so you don't pollute the groundwater because now you're full of formaldehyde and every
Yep, right.
bloody embalming fluid. Then we
good.
take. Then we doll. Okay, it's okay to doll you all up. All right, that's fine because that's the adios Joseville thing. But now we're going to take you, put you in a piece of furniture, which is nicer than most people have ever even sat on, to drop you in the box to let the worms go to work. This is and then how much money is spent maintaining cemeteries?
Sure.
I for one, when I was in 7th grade, I used to personally take care all summer of the Reddington Reform Cemetery.
Did you have a lot of friends?
Why? I'm not following that, but I'm sure I will at some point.
Well, did you ever see a movie?
Did you meet some new people there?
Yeah,
Did you ever
really.
see a movie called The Loved One?
No.
No.
Well,
A movie reference. How's that?
yeah. A guy dies, but it revolves around the cemeteries and stuff. And Jonathan Winters was the
My favorite of all time.
Jonathan
My
He
Winters.
is a
absolute.
good cookbook.
Jonathan Winters.
He is my favorite
Well,
comedian.
He played two roles, but he was the divine brother that ran the cemetery, and he found out he could sell the property to make a lot more money for condos. And he said, "I got to get those stiffs off my land."
There you go.
And then he makes a deal with U.S. government to send them into space.
Hey, do you know that Abe Lincoln, they say, looks exactly like
Like Abe Lincoln.
like Abe Lincoln, because he has been embalmed and moved so many times that they said if you
No,
look
not
at
Abe
him-
Lincoln.
Yeah,
No, Abe Lincoln
I never
is
heard
buried
it.
under 20 feet of concrete now.
Yeah.
After they stole his body.
But he's been moved so many times that he looks. Google it.
Now you can go in and
It's
take a
possible.
look at Ho Chi Minh. I saw him.
Now, okay, go to Italy. Did you ever go to Italy and see? Have you been to Italy? You've been all over the world. Have you been to Italy? Where they have the
Italy.
popes. Italy. The popes in glass.
Yeah,
There's-
Pope under glass.
There's Pope under glass. There's one Pope he was actually
beat me
tall.
to it.
I don't remember what his name was.
Tallest
but
the first.
they had to cut his legs off. Cut his legs down, and so he would fit in the casket. It's true.
It didn't bother him.
It's true.
He wasn't
He
upset.
didn't care at all.
No. But,
I'm glad this is a movie show.
well, none of us
were
goes to
supposed to
movies
change it to
anymore.
entertainment.
See, now, if I do this, you're going to say I'm doing my...
Yeah.
It is entertaining. Oh, entertainment. That's where I got it wrong. I misread that. Okay. Certainly not entertaining, but it is entertainment.
Yeah. Monday when we do our show, we're going to have a live painter here. We're going to be painting the studio on Monday, right?
Yeah. I have people walking in and out.
Yeah.
That's why we want to go on location. Because we'll just set up a camera and there'll be like people walking through and, excuse me, where's the bathroom?
Yeah, we have a couple of things lined up.
Exactly. And, the neat thing is then Rich can take his phone calls and,
The flip phone.
yeah.
Hey,
Does that say Fisher
He-
Price on the
no,
back of it?
No, it says Star Trek on the back.
that's right.
He thinks he's ahead of the curve again.
Every now and then I
What is
That's
it?
just,
pull it out and go, beam me up,
it's
Scotty.
cute. Yeah, well, too late for that. But you think about think about how much real estate, and back to my little story, which you so adeptly made fun of before I ever
did
got
not.
it out.
I never make fun of you. I love
And
you.
so back then, I had a push mower and those little clippers. There
remember
weren't any
those.
weed whackers. There was like 300 tombstones. I had to go and clip around
That's
all the and it was on a hill.
When I was a kid, my father used to make us
Rode
pick
my
the
bike there.
dandelions out with a screwdriver every summer. That's a brutal job.
Do what?
Yeah,
What you did? Oh, I know that was a
around the
brutal job.
tombstones and the one, not the cut face bases, the ones that are all scalloped and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're out
For
there.
what?
There's,
For what?
There's yellow jackets nests everywhere, and then it's like 4 in the afternoon, 150 degrees, and I have this bike that my dad got from the Navy that weighs 12,000 pounds. It's a battleship gray bike. Yep, there she goes. She's gone. What'd you do? Did you drop your beer? You just knocked the Christmas tree over almost. Don't bend it. It'll look like it came through
straighten it
Hurricane
out.
Sandy. You got to rebend the tree.
Yeah, that's brutal. I got to tell you, if you ever drive past off 173 across from the Warrenside Tavern,
I
and
know.
there's no disrespect.
That's where
in
my
this-
brother's buying a house right behind there.
No
That's a nice.
disrespect in this statement at all, but there is a gentleman buried there, and it's right when you turn into the cemetery.
They
And
get the wrought iron fence
this
out
woman
back.
is
the brick.
waiting for this man to arise from the dead. If you go by,
Oh, you got the-
she decorates it for.
Oh, is she the one that does that?
Yes. Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's Christmas now. The thing.
It's like how often do they? Yeah, how often do they step out? I said, man, somebody's there every week putting flowers on it and lighting
Oh
it up.
yeah, she's got lights on there. Everything. It's like for what?
It's over. The real creepy ones, real creepy. And I did a show on cemeteries and the artwork and the skull and crossbones and the Grim Reaper with the wings and all that stuff and the skulls. But the real creepy ones now is where they take and etch a picture of the person in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. That's creepy.
There's one with guy with his tractor trailer, his truck and stuff. It's like a guy with a dog, and that's bizarre. But it's really, to me,
They have
I got to
moving
tell you,
pictures too. Yeah, it's
if
creepy.
you think about it, and then you get the ones that are really, they cost as much as my house. They got huge, they got pipe around them and
Yeah.
railings. Geez, is your ego that big that even after you're dead you want to brag about how
Yes,
smart?
as far as I'm concerned, just cremate me.
Yeah, I want to be on the
So go
tomato
back in the
plants.
ocean. I don't need anybody stepping on
I don't
me.
need to be in any place under the ground.
Yeah.
Looking
It's
up
over.
at
Exactly. I'm
looking up at
claustrophobic
the
as
roots.
is. Now I want to
Yeah, really.
have
But the whole thing of $6,000 for a casket, what a
Yeah.
waste of wood and bronze and
I
brass.
can
And
tell you that. When I buried my husband, the funeral was ridiculously a large amount of money, and he's
Yep.
down here on the wall at St. Magdalene's.
yeah,
Matter of fact, I just changed mine. I had a spot next to him, and I changed. I said, "You know what? I changed my mind."
yeah, it's a little too close.
He'll be knocking
That
on
would
the wall.
be in the
harassing
post
me.
office thing with a little safe deposit box.
Yeah. Here's the girls.
Yeah.
Our beginning guests are coming back.
Okay.
Anyway, drive past that if you're ever up by 173. It's
Oh, my
Yeah.
brother's buying a house back there on Warren Glen Road,
Is
so I
it?
was just
Yeah.
up there the
Nice
other
out
day.
there. Yeah.
They have they have the wrought iron fence out front there. It's still taken care of pretty
Yeah.
well.
I take my daughter out. We go orb hunting, ghost hunting some nights. I love the ghost thing like you. And if there's a little orb in the back of the picture, it's supposed to be a spirit. Is that true?
And I've looked at thousands of them, and I'm a photographer. I was trained as a photographer, but 90% of them, maybe 80%, 95%, whatever, you can do it with water vapor. When I do my lectures, I take a thing of water, spray a bottle of water, spray it up in the air, take a shot,
And then you see it.
and you see it.
Yeah.
And in old houses, a lot of times, it's dust because the strobe light catches the dust particles. However, I've seen some that are illuminated from within inside, not reflected,
Yeah.
that have faces in them. With Ed and Lorraine Warren, I worked on a book called Graveyard with them. They're not all dust the whole thing about plasma and energy and stuff has some relationship in science to what they might possibly be. So I don't discount. You can't discount.
You can't. You never know.
And we should talk about that. I mean, Bruce Tango wants to come up from Ghost Hunters and be on the show,
I
and
think
we'll
we
get
should
some of
do
the
it.
other people on.
I'd love to.
We have a couple paranormal shows lined up for the network. One
We
of
do.
which is based from a woman and a man from up in Easton, and they wrote a book called The Horsefly Chronicles, and they have a very popular show, and they want to bring it here.
Cool.
We also have Carrie Ann Hartley,
People love animals.
who is a very well-known psychic who's going to be doing a show on here. We're bringing, yeah, she lives in Hackettstown,
Does she? Yeah.
and she did a show out of Chicago for a number of years. She does, she's great. And then Unknown Origins Radio, Mark Johnson and myself and Irene Allen will be coming through. And we're off at the drag races now.
Hold on, the next show is NASCAR.
Exactly.
That guy's heading for the.
No, well, the next thing you hear is be the ambulance when he wraps around a pole at the
He's heading for the graveyard.
70 miles an hour on Main Street.
He's at the
Yeah.
graveyard.
He's in a hurry to get there. So we have a lot of neat shows lined up here for the network, and
Yeah.
we're gonna grow into it. We have, of course, we want to do sports. We're gonna do some Hispanic-based programming. We're gonna do some.
And we
I
should.
don't know words.
We really
man.
should tell everybody that they're listening to Jersey Talk Radio.
Yes, we should tell them.
At the
Flemington Country Broadcast Center,
right here on Main Street.
127 Main
In
Street,
Flemington.
in historic
And
Main
Please
Street.
come
You-
with a little
We
song.
have some.
You,
we have
you
some.
can walk by and see us,
Yes, right. It's like don't put your fingers in the cage, though.
and we'll wave at you, and you can come in.
Yeah.
Well, wave at you, provide some indication of.
Here we have our two co-hosts from the beginning of the show.
That's right. Our two
Come on
young
back in, girls.
co-hosts.
Say goodbye. Come in here.
Say
Hello.
goodbye.
Come on in and say
Hello.
hello.
Come on. Say hello. We're leaving.
Say hello.
Almost over. Don't be loud.
I'll slip out of the way.
Say hi.
Okay. So where did you guys go?
We went to a pizzeria.
You don't have to hold on to it, honey.
Go ahead, wait for her.
We went down to a pizzeria down the street.
And was the pizza good? Did it have extra cheese?
It was just normal.
Regular?
Pizza?
Yeah.
Well, you're not chewing pizza now.
Talk into the microphone.
What are you chewing? Bubble gum?
Have a big piece of
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to call it a day. Thank you for joining us today and being our guests and being on the show. And is it back to school tomorrow? Bummer, I shouldn't have said that, huh?
Well, next week we're going to be here serving hot chocolate for the parade.
Yeah, so everybody in the
Really?
Yeah, Livy's
in the
gonna be
Flemington
serving.
area,
Ella's
West Jersey.
welcome to come.
Wait, could Ella come?
Yeah. So we're going to have a couple young ladies providing hot chocolate for the holiday parade here in Flemington, historic Flemington, New Jersey,
At 5 o'clock.
at 5 p.m. on Sunday, a week from today. So
Wait a second, we're going to sing it.
go ahead.
We're going to sing Jersey Talk Radio. You ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Jersey Talk Radio. Go ahead.
.com.
Richard.
Yes, this is Radio Worth Watching, so thanks for joining us today. Ladies, thank you for being on.
Give a shout out to my mom and dad for putting up with us.
There you go.
Ella, say hi to your mom, Dad.
Hello.
It's kind of hard to do with a mouthful of gum, isn't it?
Yeah.
And don't forget, call us
All right, guys. You know what's coming up? Christmas holidays. So better behave yourselves. Thanks for being on. We'll see you guys again later, and thanks for joining us on Jersey Talk Radio at the movies. We'll see you next time.